It is broad rotation. We just have to watch the evolution. And speaking of evolution, you know, we have seen our biggest fears, unfortunately, come true with this storm that went through Owen County, Morgan Monroe Forest.
The shear track will give you a good idea of where those have gone.
Hang tight there, and you're right. There you go. And that's what Rob's talking about. You can see that strong rotation, okay? And then as we play back, and let me take off the polygons here just so you can see for where this started, right there near Gosport. And then that thing really got broad as a big tornado, and then you'll start to see it getting blown, the debris getting blown north into Johnson and Shelby County, and still into Johnson County. Yeah, and Shelby County is getting some of the debris blowout from that tornado. That's not on the ground now. We have multiple tornado warnings here. I will tell you, we do have storms and downpours, and we're still technically under a tornado watch along and north of I-70. This is the show. This is in my opinion, the severe threat is pretty much over. We're still going to have some heavy storms, but we're talking, these are the storms that are of the most concern here, is going to be south of 70 and on the southern end of it. So again, multiple tornado warnings. We've got crews that are checking in. Numerous trees down on Steinsville Road. That's not a surprise. You mentioned Steinsville multiple times, right?
Yes, it was in the path for sure.
Yep.
And Andrew out at the Weather Service taking info on perhaps some northern Monroe damage. So again, it's going to take us a while to get, and it may take a couple of days to get all of the information to you on what has happened tonight, but the warnings do continue. Yeah, the warnings are going to continue. We still have rotation, and as we have talked about, there are different types of tornado warnings. The two that are currently in place right now are for radar indicated rotation, and I think that is important to note. Now, I mentioned the severe threat for Indy and North is over, not necessarily heavy rain and thunderstorms. And we're still under a tornado watch. So we're going to be watching the radar closely. We've just noticed this trend that the southern cells south of I-70 are being able to tap into the low-level wind field that Rob's talking about. And Rob, man, as we get in on that storm, now I'll say this, Bloomington, you're good, you're done. But east of Bloomington, that's rated. Let's see what we're getting on the.
Yeah, it's been the east side, and I've been moving some of the cameras to try to get ahead of this.
Yeah,
as
60
well.
plus on the radar there, and we know that the low-level wind field's been a little bit greater than that. Okay, so if you're just hopping in, this is continuous tornado warning coverage.
And Sean, if I could, what you're showing there with the tornado warning, the two different tornado warnings, I want to break that down for you, for some of our viewers that may not understand some of the different colors. Why are there different tornado warnings? Very briefly, I want to do this so you understand the difference. A typical base level tornado warning is radar indicated, so the radar has identified the same rotation that we've been looking at. Take that a step further, and you have radar confirmed. This is the debris, and we have seen some of those tonight with detected debris within both the circulation as well as showing up on the reflectivity. In addition to that, if it changes to that pinkish purple color that you've been looking at, that's where we have it's observed. We know it's going to be on the ground. We have visual confirmation of it, or there's such a well-defined radar confirmation of the debris signature that we know this is on the ground. What we don't want to see, and thankfully we have not seen it tonight, and I hope we do not see it, is a tornado emergency. When that comes out, the National Weather Service only rarely issues a tornado emergency when there is a large, violent tornado that is on the ground ground that is an imminent threat to life. More specifically, this is what happens when a large tornado is heading into a well-populated area. Hopefully we won't see that situation tonight. Things were trending in a better direction, but this will give you an update between what's the red color of the tornado warnings and this pinkish purple color when they are observed. Just wanted to make sure for our viewers out there that they understood the difference in those two types of warnings that you're looking at.
All right, thank you, buddy.
And those warnings are still in place. And I can't tell you, a big thank you to our viewers who are reaching out. We have folks that have boys on the Lake Monroe area, a Boy Scout camp, hundreds of boys on Lake Monroe that would be in the path. So Sean, that's a better view just to kind of show you where Lake Monroe is in relation to the tornado warning.
Yeah, and so remember, it's a massive lake, right? So depending on where they are relation to the lake, conceivable that we're talking about the north side of the lake here. So the Pine Grove recreation area, the Crooked
she
Creek.
mentioned 446, where 446 is near Lake Monroe. So that may be there on the northeast side.
Yeah, it is. It kind of goes right across there. So you see 446 right there. So let's get into the radar velocity.
It may be tightening up a little bit too.
Yep. It's really close. There's a couple of areas of where it's tightening up. And there you go, right there. I would argue that it's actually moving east now. So it's actually moving, it's becoming more of a Brown County issue.
Okay, they're along 46?
Yeah. And so there's 446. So the rotation now is east of 446. What Rob was talking about, where it's tightening up, is right here. This area right here, okay? Now we're gonna be talking about getting into the Brown County Forest, but there you go. Bloomington IU campus, and if this rotation continues like this, Angela, I think you're probably that's going to be northeast of Lake Monroe.
Okay.
And south of Nashville, it looks.
South, yeah. So
our Share product is doing a really good job, basically in those two tornado warned areas, and it might be easier to see where it is in relation to without kind of the clutter of the radar, where the rotation is.
Yeah, that's a good call there. And so the strongest kind of matches up. I'll circle. This is the zone right here. Okay, so that's going to be moving almost due east. It's going to be going right through the forest. It's going to be heading toward eventually Bartholomew County. So we may get an extension in this. We're not completely done with that. And then we've got the additional tornado warning that includes Nineveh. Let me see and just double check here. So we're not seeing radar confirmed. We're not seeing the tornado debris signature. This is radar rotation that's caused this. But we're getting a new scan in right now.
It's going to be approaching, that circulation will be approaching the west gate entrance of Brown County State Park.
And that, we just had one that went through the park a few years ago. Now this is not radar, this is not confirmed right now, but that rotation is going to be cutting right across the park, and it'll take a very similar path. And then again, tornado warning, if you're in Taylorsville, and this moved over Atterbury. It's actually over Atterbury now. It's probably going to be east of Atterbury. Taylorsville, the north of Columbus. So that's tornado warning as well.
Yeah.
These are, again, important to point out, as Rob was talking about, these are radar indicated. Let's hope we don't see any more radar confirmed.
Yeah, because once we started talking about camps, now we've got, dozens of our viewers reaching out. There are other camps in St. Paul, which isn't too far away from Shelbyville.